intro.
Hey, Rob.
I got to fix it. I actually put my YouTube channel back on StreamYard to be able to get on my YouTube channel with it. Because after you did what you did, it erased it, so I had to put it all back in there.
What did Mark TBH screw everything up again?
Always.
Jeez,
Hi,
Mark,
Jerry. Hi, Marty. Hi, Loretta.
you don't have to treat everything like it's a date. Don't screw everything up. I ran across these little short videos on Stupid Book. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and basically they three-way call people after dates or whatever. There's some funny ones, man. They got, it's a radio show and people email and call in. It's kind of funny. I think it's the Joe TV or something, but it's hilarious.
Well, I was flipping through the channels on YouTube, and I'd heard, but I never listened to them. Just a punk rock band called Disturbed. And apparently, their main singer's leaving them. But I look at this video they made. They redid the song "Silence" by Paul Simon and made it an epic. And I looked down and 1.1 billion views.
Wow.
Yeah, they did a good job.
They did a great job. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I just re-listened to a Michael Jackson song and it was over 1 billion views. So that put the question in my mind. I said, "What's the most viewed video on YouTube?" Apparently, it's the Baby Shark song. Over 10 billion views.
A close second is one of my videos when I'm hunting with Dennis on the Piscataquis River.
Hi, Mandy.
Well, Mark, I got good news for you and bad news for you.
What's that, man?
All right, I've had a running offer of $20 for anybody who can produce me that video of you singing.
Yes.
Somebody got me the link.
Yeah.
Now
wonder who that was.
Now comes the good news. The video was unavailable. So
yeah, smart.
I didn't get to see the video, but
I'll work
I'm
on
getting
it.
Closer.
I'll work. It should have been. It should still be up. I don't know why it's not.
I thought you deleted your videos, Mark.
Everyone except that one, Bill. Just for Zach.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you did the like a mock of the Bon Jovi song?
No, it's the In the Clump song.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Hello, Johnny Small.
That one. I got a feeling that's going to be engraved on my tombstone. You know that?
If I find out where the tombstone is or who's
I know
engraving
you
it,
would, Zach. That's why I'm going to be cremated and my remains flushed down the toilet, so nobody can do that.
A lot of us could recite that song, though, Mark.
I know, that's the sad part.
Hey, this is great, Saxon. I can put all of Rob's banners up on this too. Mine are gone.
What are you? Are you on the crew?
I'm on mine. I typed it. I had my YouTube channel back in so I could get the watch hours for it. But for some reason, it's playing Rob's.
I even see Rob's banner on the bottom.
Yeah, Rob's banners and.
Hold on, I'll tell you if you're.
I think Rob's taking over YouTube.
Slowly but surely. Everybody in chat that I get.
When I first logged into it, I ended up on Charlie's channel. I went, "Oh, that's wrong."
Oh, we lost Zach.
So, Mark, you're still quitting, huh?
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna finish out this week, and then that's it.
intervention time.
What's going on with Zach?
What's
You're-
going on here?
You're on the crew, Bill. I got power.
Ah,
That's what's wrong.
oh, I added it into the crew section. That's why. Okay, I'll have to add it in another spot after
That's
tonight.
That's what happened.
Yeah, but yeah, Mark, we don't want you to shut down your channel.
I understand, but I just enough's enough after just recent stuff.
Well, you're not posting anymore, right?
I didn't hear you. What?
You're not posting videos, are you?
I'm not doing anything anymore. This is
No,
it.
but I mean, before this, were you still posting videos?
Once in a while, yeah. Every once in a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't let anybody get to you, Mark. It's pure entertainment for me. I don't care if people like me or not. And some people get offended by the jokes. That's fine, but don't let them win, because in a society where everybody's too offended, somebody has to stay around to offend them.
Well, it's not really that, Zach. I just ran into a lot of financial difficulties, okay? And I had to sell all my equipment and everything to try to make ends meet. And I'm just figuring, you know what? I'm taking that as a sign. I'm done.
I wouldn't delete the channel. Delete the channel though. Stop posting if you don't want to. Whatever. But I wouldn't delete the channel. We would miss our mark. We would be lost without Mark TBH.
Yeah.
I mean, you come up with some pretty damn good jokes, and other people come up with some pretty damn good ones for you too.
That's why I'm wearing my new hairpiece.
Well, if you ever needed money, you put that dress on. I'm sure there's a street or two in your town.
Zach, how do you think I made ends meet? My ass is still sore, dude.
Georgianne says, Mark, you better not leave.
I'm sorry, Georgianne. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You're gonna make the decisions you make. At least come if you do make a new channel, or if you delete everything or whatever. Just don't exit YouTube. Just don't post. I haven't put a video in months.
J. Paul's got a great idea. Come back with the wig and makeup, and you're not Mark anymore. You could use a different name.
We could start.
Could be Margaret.
No, Marklene.
Margaret.
I'll talk about that later.
And Marty says $20. $20.
Some future endeavors I got.
Yeah, everybody's saying they'd be sad if you'd left.
Yeah.
And then we all know you can take a joke. We all know you can take a joke, so everybody's throwing in.
Hi, Julie.
It's $20.
Now my price went up. It's $30 now. I'm sorry.
Inflation, you better make that 40.
Yeah.
Gas prices are horrible.
Yeah. Georgianne's got it right. You got it. Sorry that you'll be missed, but you need what you need to do that's best for you. So
Absolutely.
Thank you, Georgianne. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Are you still going to live stream?
No. I didn't hear you. Would you say, Zach?
Are you still going to live stream with some people?
Every once in a while, yeah, but maybe just as a guest or something, not like I used to.
Well, you need
You'll
something
be in the chat and watching things though, won't you?
Oh yeah, I'll be in the background, still watching. Wow, $3 a gallon. Damn, that's expensive, Dan.
Hey, one thing I noticed here, you get a Sam's Club card. I know it's expensive, but it knocks 50 cents a gallon off here in Tennessee.
That's good.
You guys are talking about $3 a gallon's expensive. I'm paying at least $4.05. Trash. I'm with you, Trash Panda.
Actually, that's low for California.
It's not that bad. It's pretty low in my town.
I don't know, 427. I'll be walking to work.
Yeah, trash.
I know somebody who got an electric vehicle, and the electric bill's $500 a month now. So you can't win either way.
That's just
Oh
bad,
no, they got the charging prices on electric vehicles are just going to continue going up.
Hi, Moon. How you doing?
Run out of charge is always an issue. I just got called about one that ran out of charge the other day, wanting to know if I do remote electric vehicle charging, which is a avenue that I thought about getting into. But by the time you buy a big enough generator and all the cables to charge, how many cars you got to charge on the side of the road before you turn a profit? Because I don't have an electric car, but how long do you need with a good 220 generator to get 20 or 40 miles? I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never looked into it.
You know, let me see.
I mean, my electric bike's in pieces. I got to get that back together.
All right, a Tesla charge on 220 volts, roughly 20 to 30 miles of range per hour. And you got to remember the
You
battery.
do a fast charger on a generator. Depends on the generator, John. A small one, no. Not
Well,
for
I got a small 110 volt. That ain't gonna do nothing. But 20 to 30 miles per hour. You're talking about sitting out there with the people for an hour while running, you know, $1,500 worth of equipment. That's not going to be cheap.
yeah.
Better off buying a big extension cord.
Well, Dan, I'm glad T's enjoying her vacation.
I mean, they're paying for tows regardless of getting them towed. But oh yeah, you ran a charge out $500. I'll come and give you 20 miles. Holy crap! You wouldn't get no business.
The issue they have up here is when in wintertime when it's really cold, the vehicles don't charge as fast. And so if you need a charge, a lot of the charges are taken up because the vehicles are taking so much longer to charge.
Well, my thing out here would be heat. I don't know if they charge slower when it's over 100, but also when you run a battery down to 0, which is where these people would stop at, is completely empty. When you run a battery down to 0, I know they take longer in the lower 20% and the upper 20%. So your butter's on a charging, they're out of that. So you're talking about pulling up, hooking up, and then you got to sit there for an hour. I'll probably figure out an option to do it sooner or later, but not in the short term. The other one, I know I've mentioned this a couple of times. I just learned that the electric cars won't charge without a 12-volt battery. So in the past month, I've gotten several calls to go jump start an electric car because it's at the charger and it won't charge.
Wow, I didn't know that was a thing.
They have it. What it is they have a 12-volt battery that I guess the car lives off of a little bit while it's charging. And if your 12-volt battery goes bad, even though you're at a 480-volt charger or whatever it is, if your 12-volt battery is bad, it will not shake hands with the charger and allow charging to begin. So I've been called several times. I replaced one battery out there because the lady told me to. Jump started a couple, which I got several different types of jumper boxes. I take one that can take abuse and get up to their battery and let them get started off of my battery for about 10 minutes till the inverters and all that kick in and start charging theirs, and I can pull mine off. But the first one that called me was actually a lady, and luckily she was informed because she asked me to go jump start her electric car so she could charge, and I'm like, what, are you screwing with me?
That's what I would have thought.
She says, no, I thought the same thing. And I had to look it up. I'm like, oh. And I guess she had this problem 2 or 3 times. That's why she educated herself on it. But I had to take her battery and put a 12-volt battery in the car. So you're buying an electric car with a $20,000 battery. You're still going to need a $200 battery every day.
Hey, any way they can ding you, they'll figure it out.
That is stupid. I'm sure if you give me a minute, I could design something that's up there.
I think he's telling you he's in the room.
Oh,
Hey,
Rob.
Rob. Hey, Angie.
All right, so we taking bets real quick. I'm going to say that they finished 4th place, and none of them knew the answer. Otherwise, they would have done better.
Yeah. I'll give him better credit. I'll move him up to 3rd place.
Oh, that 3rd place is a prize.
I'll say 1st place because Rob didn't go.
I'll say they came in 9th place, would have been 1st if Rob would have listened to
Okay.
Oh, there we go. We got a wide gamut here. One of us is right.
I predict Rob won't have his microphone next to him.
Richie,
You
you're
want that
right.
one?
Fix your mic. Fix your mic, Rob.
I'm getting there, guys. Here we go. Mark, what the hell are you wearing?
It's my new hairpiece.
Okay. Speaking.
Hi, Bill and Christine.
He just accepted that without question. Rob is an accepting guy. He's come as you are. He's like, hey, you want to wear a hairpiece? I don't care.
Well, shit. I was on his live stream in drag, so nothing bothers Rob
Yeah,
anymore.
so that's pretty minor compared to that.
Yeah, this is a tone
So
guy.
every time I mention Mark,
Just
the
Bill
Bird,
and Buddy.
he goes,
Okay.
Was that
Hi,
the
Bill
guy
and
that
Buddy.
got dressed up for Halloween in the dress? I go, that's him.
Turn your mic up, Rob.
Jackson, you better watch out, buddy. Broke 600 today.
Did you? I was creeping my way back up, and then somebody came in and mollywomped me pretty good.
Some 12-year-old kicked your ass.
I don't know, little bastard stole my queen.
I hate it when that happens.
Well,
Well, guys, we had a lot of fun tonight, but we may have had
Hi, Jim Steele.
the
Hey,
worst
Jim.
night of trivia we've ever had.
that's like the worst. That's like the worst
Yeah, I won.
sports coach ever. It's like, well, guys, we had a lot of fun tonight. It was 27-2, but we had fun.
We missed the
Let's
we
hand,
missed,
let's, let's
missed
hand
the
out the
bonus
participation trophies.
Bill, I watched your video. I really like cats a lot. Not as much as dogs, but I don't know. That new car sounds pretty good, sir.
New car.
Thank you, Ronnie.
I mean, not all that.
Their cat may need surgery, Zach.
And
Hose.
it's expensive surgery.
Damn.
No, Gregory, we finished out of 11 teams tonight, or excuse me, out of
13,000 K in bills for Buddy. Wow.
17 teams, we finished 11th tonight.
I was close.
Yeah, you were, Bill.
You didn't listen to
Holy
the
shit, Bill, I knew it was around 10 from what you guys said in the video. I watched that whole video, and I'm glad you guys can at least laugh about it. That's why we didn't go to trivia last week, because
Hey, man.
Denise took Deuce to the vet last week, and he had a tooth infection, which is why he hasn't been feeling good. So the vet made an appointment to pull a tooth, and Denise took him in last week, and he came home on Monday night. She took him Monday, and he wound up having 3 teeth infected, so he had to get 3 teeth pulled, and he was on pain pills and antibiotics. And all day Monday and Tuesday, he was just walking into walls and chasing imaginary things, and he wasn't doing real well. So we decided not to go to trivia Tuesday so we could keep an eye on him. So yeah, we gave up last week's trivia to monitor the stoned cat.
Now hold on, you guys. I got something here. Georgianne says that her cat is having surgery Thursday for a lump under her arm. Now, I'm no expert, but if your cat has arms, you got a special one. I don't know. I'm not an animal person. Swore they had legs though.
Bill's gonna have to go back and hit some more parks to get all that gold. I'm telling you. No,
Yeah.
there's gold in them there parks.
Hi, Amanda.
Vet bills.
I'm telling you, Yodi and Bill, and there's been a lot of people out there park hunting lately that have just been really
Gary.
kicking butt in parks. Hi,
Gary.
Gary. Hi, Miss Amanda. Hi, Julie. Hi, Relic Rat, Gary, Jim. Well, Bill, if you sold it before the dump, good for you, because I own it long term, and we took a huge hit this week, sir.
Hi, Paula.
Hey, Paula.
Well, I was listening to some news one day. I rarely listen to some news. I was driving down the road and it was stuck on news for some reason. They were talking about every time Musk mentions something political, he loses a pretty big percentage, and it usually bounces back pretty quick. So it kind of makes you wonder.
One, it went down big Monday after he announced the third
8%.
political party to piss Trump off. The stock went down huge, and it went down 7%, and it came back less than 1% today. So it's still down huge.
Wow.
My portfolio took a shit. Okay.
So I guess it's a bad time to ask you to let me hold on to some money, huh?
Don't ask to. If you want me to pay you in Tesla stock, you ain't gonna get much.
I'll take Tesla stock. If you wanna send over Tesla shares, that'd be awesome. They're just gonna go up.
Well, that's what we're counting on long term. But anyway,
You didn't sell any covered calls, I take it, Rob.
I don't play the whole covered calls, man. I just do the long term. Like we own shares, we just sits there, and our plan is 5 to 7 years from now. So, I'm hoping by the time the energy business keeps growing and the robots get going and the robo-taxi gets going 5 years from now, I'm hoping we're sitting pretty. So, actually, Danny Boy, gas came down here in Florida. It is now below $3 here in Florida.
Sorry guys, Rob had to go.
She all right? She okay?
I filled up.
Come here,
right now.
Shade. Come here, big girl. Come here, girl.
There was a problem at the pump, so this was only about a half fill. I did 7.4 gallons at $4.03 a gallon for $30.
She had something in her paws.
550 California for 87 octane, says Johnny Small Pepper.
I'm walking for.
It's not
You don't look good,
550,
Dave. Check her other foot.
I mean,
They
if
have
you're
been
at
for years, Gary.
some Allstate station or something.
Gary, when I was a kid,
Hey, Neil.
everybody, all the other states would turn and look at California like, what the hell are they doing? Now the states are turning, looking at California, and go, oh, let's do what they're doing.
Jesus, I don't want another dog that I don't ever watch.
Most of the trends that come across the country started in California, though.
I'll tell you something. Between Sam's Club and Disney cards here, we had to fill up our 2010 Chevy with the 6.6 in it, diesel. Half a tank only cost $3.50 after all the coupon codes went through.
Wow.
Which means he ran her over.
It's worth doing because diesel's almost $4 a gallon here. It took like 25 gallons. Everybody wants to say hello to Paula. Hi, Paula.
Paula.
Hey, Paul.
239 in Ohio. Nice, Georgia. 290 in Georgia, says Relic Rat.
Wow.
We didn't do it all at once, so Paula's going to do it individually coming back. Hey, Yodi.
Oh, San Diego's expensive, Johnny. Very expensive.
Evening, Johnny.
19 cents a gallon. Yeah, I remember cheaper
No,
now.
I don't. I started driving. I remember gas around 77 cents when I was a teenager. That's about the lowest I remember it.
I had to go to Sacramento, which is the state capital of California, and they would have gas stations on each corner. And one would say 19 cents. The guy across the street would lower it to 18. The other way, 17. And the next guy would go 16.
Oh, Bill, I'd love it if you guys came in October. It's absolutely gorgeous here in October, Bill. That is awesome. Hey, by then Bill might be here.
Yeah, I might.
Papa Rouse, Bill.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. It's absolutely beautiful in Maine in October, too. Actually, it is. That's when the leaves turn all their colors. It's just before they fall off.
Yeah, yes, but see, Richie, I can sit here and say it's beautiful here in December too, and I don't know if you can say that. Well, it's
It depends
beautiful.
the
I
way.
just don't know if you can go outside.
Maine is very beautiful in the winter. You just can't go outside. You see,
You can most days.
Hi, Colleen.
Hey, Colleen.
here in California, I refer to it as warm summer and cold summer.
Yeah.
During cold summer, it can be
Oh
down
my
in the
God.
50s. Sure.
Do you see Danny's comment?
$10. Wow.
Yeah, I know that. I know a
What
gallon
would
of
you
milk.
pay for those 18 eggs?
I know a gallon of milk in Hawaii can set you back $12, $15 a
Is that
gallon.
what you got? 24.
At that point, I'm buying a cow.
Hey,
Well,
I don't drink the milk anyway.
move to Alaska
oh yeah, $15 a gallon.
Oh,
easily.
Angie's coming back too.
All I remember is this guy took a picture for Thanksgiving and showed it on the internet. A 24-pound butterball turkey, $427.
I guess we're having spam for Thanksgiving this year.
Where the hell did you see that, Bill?
A guy took a picture. It was at a Safeway in Alaska. I mean, some things cost a lot of money to get shipped in. Up to beers for like $20 a 6-pack now.
Well, I can understand the high alcohol prices.
I ain't moving there.
Gary, my last time my sister went to a casino in Kansas City, cigarettes are $12 a pack in the
Hi,
machine
Mary.
in the casino.
Hi, Mary.
$12 a pack.
That's not that bad.
I think they're about $20 a pack up in Canada now.
Hey, Captain Vic.
Hi, Captain Vic. Hi,
Miss
Neil.
Mary.
Yeah, I know Alaska's crazy expensive.
Hey,
400
Gina.
for a turkey doesn't seem right. Realistically, it seems to me. Obviously I don't know.
Thank you, Julie.
If you took a solid frozen turkey, put it in an insulated box with some dry ice, you could ship it to Alaska and it'd be what, good for a week maybe? Frozen still?
A turkey takes a week to thaw anyway, even
Yeah,
a refrigerator.
a turkey in a refrigerator takes 3 days to thaw. So if you put it in an insulated cooler
We were just talking about
with
food
dry
prices.
ice, you
Hey,
should
Brad.
be able to ship that thing for a week or two. It wouldn't cost no $400.
Well, if you had a refrigerated truck and you drove up to Alaska with a truck loaded with them, you could make a few dollars.
Well,
Hey, Bill,
I
I think you got the wrong banner going across there, Bill.
I can't get. Well, Rob, for some reason, when I put my channel back in because it got kicked out when Zach moved everything around, I accidentally put it back in the cruise. So for some reason, it's showing your banners, and that's all I've got under banners is your stuff.
create a new
okay.
banner. What's
Yeah,
that?
but then it'll be on Rob's.
Well, but it's just one of my options, Bill. So we can create a
Okay.
banner.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can you create your own, Bill?
Yep, right now.
Okay. All righty, Richie, we got some good questions tonight.
Sports?
We don't have a lot of sports questions tonight. What is Saul's last name on Better Call Saul?
Goodman.
Who got that?
Never watched
Zach?
it.
Very good, Zach.
Hey, Fairy Dust.
That was last week's. Oh, at the end of a regulation hockey game, do they start overtime with a 3-man line or a shootout?
Start out with a shootout.
Shootout.
Nope, that's what I said. And we got it wrong. They do a period of 3-on-3 before the shootout. I did not know that.
All right. Wow.
And what was what's the name of the dam now, honey? Yeah, what was Hoover Dam's name before it was changed to Hoover Dam?
Oh,
Boulder.
damn it.
Zach is right.
Boulder.
Man, 2 for 2 tonight.
You should
Now,
have had Zach.
According to Golf Digest, are there more or less than 15,000 golf courses in the world?
It's got to be more.
Hi, Bart.
No, it could be less
That's-
now.
That's what we said. We said more, and when he announced less, it's 14,990. It's 10 less.
Yeah.
The whole room booed Ed, our host, and he started laughing. He's like, "Listen, people, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what Golf Digest reported."
No, the only reason I say that is because I know half of them in the town where I live back home, and there had been 8 of them closed up
Yeah, we had a lot closed in our county here.
before
I bet we
COVID.
used to have 15 golf courses in this county, and I bet we have less than half of that now.
Yeah,
But
people
golf
just
is more popular now than it was a few years back.
no, it's less popular now.
Well, the problem is it's very expensive to run a golf course down here, and so a lot of our golf courses have gone under here. What is a 21st century term for the Japanese combining a picture and a character? What is the common 21st century term for that now, combining a picture and a character?
Enemy. The enemy.
Zach?
Anime. Richie got it just as I did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. On your phone. Let me rephrase that.
A GIF.
Emoji.
No, it's just animation.
Emoji. Yeah, it's emoji. We actually got that one right. What gas station or what gas company gas station was featured in all 3 Back to the Futures in 1955, 1985, and 2015?
Texaco?
Yes, correct, Bill. Now, there are some residents that live at the base of the Grand Canyon down in the bottom. The U.S. Post Office, do they deliver mail with ATVs, drones, or mules?
Mule.
You'll
Drones.
We actually got that one right. Is Blue Sky a social media company or a Hulu original TV show?
Hulu.
Hulu.
Zach got his first one wrong tonight. It is a social media company.
Yep.
And
That's
true
big
or false?
for us.
True or false? There's an NCIS set in Los Angeles. True or false?
It's true.
Yep, that's true. And is the first new full moon of the month? Is it called a blood moon, a wolf moon, or a blue moon?
It's called
Blood.
a blood moon.
Think
No, it's
wolf.
It's
Blue
wolf.
Blood.
It's wolf moon.
Oh, wolf.
What number planet is Saturn from the sun?
6.
Damn, Richie. Damn. We got that one wrong. Oh, okay. Here's the other sports question. Zach wouldn't know this one. Michael Jordan's last shot as a Chicago Bull, because remember he left and went to the Washington Bullets. But his last shot as a Chicago Bull, was it a dunk, a layup, or a jump shot?
Oh,
Jump
this is only going to be a guess. I'm going to say a layup.
Jump shot.
Bill got it right with jump shot.
And I'm not into sports. But
We guessed jump shot and we got it right. True or false? Halle Berry has won.
Halle Berry.
I'm sorry, Halle Berry has, true or false, has won more than 2 Oscars.
False.
Correct. She's won 2. Kava, C-A-V-A, is a narcotic that is drank or ingested on the 300 island chain of either Indonesia or Fiji.
Indonesia.
And the only kava I know of is the program I used to make pictures with. I
That's
think
Canva.
it's
That's
Canva.
Canva.
Yeah.
That's what Bill, we put, you're right, it is Fiji. We put Indonesia and it's Fiji. Now, who got the fewest popular votes? Not electoral, but who got the fewest popular votes between these 3 presidents? JFK, Gerald Ford, or George W. Bush?
This would be Gerald Ford.
Bush.
Didn't get any.
That's what we said because he didn't get reelected. But 10 years earlier than Gerald Ford, JFK actually got less votes
Oh,
as
that's
a
right.
winner than Gerald Ford did as a loser.
There, yes, it's true or false. The human head weighs 8 pounds.
That is true from Jerry Maguire. That's a great movie too.
I'm not smarter than a fifth grader anymore, says Paula.
Oh, what is the
Neither are
capital?
the rest of us.
What is the capital of New Mexico?
Um,
Is it Albuquerque?
Nope.
Austin?
Nope. But yes, that is
That's
correct,
true.
Miss Renee.
No clue.
Howdy, Mr. Brewer. So easy at caveman do. Jim
Santa Fe.
Joe is right. Bad idea, lab. Santa Fe. Very good, Joe.
Oh, still easy. A caveman could do it, says Gary.
What was the first? What organ was the first human transplant? Was it a heart, a liver, or a kidney?
Kidney.
Probably a heart.
Nope. Bill's right. It was a kidney. And what is the female? What is the woman or female equivalent to a British earl?
A dame.
Dame?
Duchess?
Nope, not duchess. And it's not a dame either. A duchess is the female equivalent of a duke. For earl, it is a.
Colleen said countess.
That is absolutely correct, Colleen. Thank you, because I couldn't
Clear,
remember.
Gary.
I thought
Very
you
good,
had to be a
Colleen.
vampire to be a countess.
Boom, Colleen. Very good. Look at that. She says romance reader for the win. Does ectothermic mean a cold-blooded or warm-blooded animal?
A what now?
Ectothermic.
Cold?
You are correct, Bill. Oh, in the New York Times crossword puzzle, which day of the week do they publish the hardest puzzle? Saturday,
Wednesday.
Sunday? No, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday?
Oh,
Sunday.
That's what we and almost every team in the thing said, because I thought the New York Times was hard on Sunday. It is the hardest one they do on Saturday.
oh.
I didn't know that. And what is Bob Barker best known for?
Bob
you, need
Barker?
you need to clarify
Happy
that.
Gilmore.
The Bob
Yeah,
Barker,
Happy Gilmore.
the Bob Barker that's on TV. Actually, it's Wheel of Fortune, but the Bob
No,
Barker,
it's not Wheel of Fortune.
Price is right.
The Price is Right, bitch.
Ow.
That's what he says in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
you got to clarify that. The Bob Barker that's on TV or the Bob Barker that supplies all the stuff to jails and prisons across the country, because many of us are pretty used to both names.
I have no idea who that is, Zach.
A very rich guy.
Oh my God, those are good. The richest guy in Florida is Bob's Barricade. The guy, whoever owns Bob's Barricades, Bob. Bob is the richest guy in Florida. Because there's not a road in Florida that doesn't have Bob Barricades on it.
Very true, Paula.
Yep, spay and neuter your animals. Absolutely, Julie.
And sumo wrestling. What did they put down around the mat?
Okay, good question, Scott. Who is the only U.S. president to be sworn into office by a woman? I'm going to say that was a Supreme Court justice. Or is it LBJ when Kennedy was shot? No, I'm going to say it was Obama.
Yeah, Obama. That's what I thought.
Ask them the sumo wrestling.
Okay. Yep, LBJ after Kennedy was killed. They grabbed the first federal judge they could find. Yep. So Obama may have had one too, but obviously LBJ was first. That's right, because if you remember the picture of Jacqueline Kennedy standing next to LBJ when he's being sworn in, that's right. Bill, what does a sumo wrestler grab and toss around the edge of the ring before he starts his match? Is it salt or rice?
Rice.
Nope, it's salt.
Really?
Why?
I think it's a good luck. I think it's some good luck thing.
Hey, Chuck.
Scott, they were not aboard Air Force One, I believe. I mean, it happened aboard Air Force One, but they had to find one.
Yeah.
And that's one of the few times where the vice president and president, well, obviously the president was dead then, were on a plane together. Sumos are priests of Shinto, Mystic says. To absorb the sweat, Angie says. Chop shop, good evening.
Probably not to, because of getting sweaty, not to slip.
Oh, true or false, or yes or no? Jim Carrey is part of the 5 host club for SNL, for Saturday Night Live. Has he hosted it 5 or more times?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
True.
It is no. No, it's false. It's a very exclusive club. Steve Martin just made it for the 5th time, but there's only probably 3 or 4 or 5 people that have hosted SNL 5 times.
Hi, backbreaking.
Moon over Miami, good evening. Backbreaking, good evening. Danny Dizzle, good evening.
Hey.
I don't know why I'm so fired up, guys. We sucked ass at trivia tonight. Oh, did Roots premiere in the 1970s or the 1980s?
The what? Premiere?
80s.
Roots miniseries, did it first premiere in the 1970s or the 1980s?
70s.
Bill's right on that. I was in high school. It came out in 77 or 79.
It was. I knew it was close.
Yeah, it was right at the end there, Richie.
Yeah.
The song This Magic Moment by the Drifters, was that released before or after 1963?
It was before my time. I know that.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, you're right, Bill. It was 1960. We got that one wrong.
I got one for you, Rob.
Fire away.
Who is the only original member of the Addams family that is still alive?
That's easy.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yep.
Yeah, but Rob's a movie guy.
Yeah, I know.
The TV show Addams Family?
Yes.
I'm going to say the pretty cousin.
Nope. It's John Aston.
No
Gomez.
kidding, the father.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I would have never got that. That's wow.
Yeah.
The surprising part is even the kids are gone.
Yeah. The kids, one that played the boy, he just died about 4 years back, and the girl died about 10 years back. Ted Cassidy.
I will tell you, if you guys want to watch fun episodes, if you're fans of the Addams Family, the girl that just, not the one that's doing the Wednesday show now, which is the popular actress, excuse me, she does a good job. But there was a girl that did few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, she did a whole series of the Wednesday shows on YouTube. And she did it successfully for like 2 years. And then they came in, howdy, Lance. And then they came in and they shut her down. They sent her a letter of cease and desist because I don't know why, because they are super. If you guys get a chance to go on YouTube and watch the Wednesday episodes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. She's good.
She is freaking, I mean, she plays that role and they're funny. They're like 15, 20-minute episodes. And she's got about a dozen of them.
They shut her
down. Yeah, they sent her. Whoever owns the CBS or whoever owns the rights, they came in and shut her down.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't have anybody making any money.
Nope.
Yeah, but
They can't have a cut.
You would think that would give. You would think that would like send people over to the original one. It would drive more business to them. Good evening, SWPA, Matt.
Hey, Matt, how you
Matt.
doing?
Hey, man.
That lemon cookie was good, hon.
Old Pelone, how you doing?
Evening, old
Hello,
Pillow.
Malone.
Hey, Balloon.
Look, it's just Rob. Everybody else left.
I'm telling you guys. Last year, I'm still going.
He just doesn't know how to shut his camera off.
No, I don't.
That's it.
Are you kidding? You guys see how much Rob's on in between Rob's YouTube and Rob's chest time? I'm not really sure if he does sleep. There's rumor he does, but it's not.
You know, you want to know something, Zach? Last week when I mentioned I had that night that I did 11 hours sleep, I took a lot of shit for that day. I mean, people gave me some serious grief for, I mean, like one night in 5 years that I get 11 hours sleep. I caught a lot of grief for that.
A lot of us don't sleep 11 hours in 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, well, that's what you had said that time, but Zach, when I was your age, buddy, I did some of those days. I did plenty of 12 and 16-hour days at Disney. I did plenty of 12-hour days at the police department. I don't want to do that at 63.
And you know, and you shouldn't have to. The thing is, anytime anybody's giving you crap on the internet, embrace it and laugh with it, because at the end of the day, none of your opinions really matter. You're just others on the internet, and I don't mean that derogatorily, but it's just another person's opinion of you really doesn't mean
No, I
anything.
know. Well, actually, I guess what I should say, Zach, is it surprised me.
No, you got to look at the demographic of who we commonly are on camera with. I'm not the youngest, but I'm in the younger set of people that hang out. So you're talking people
probably
in their 30s, in their mid to late 30s are about the youngest people that hang out in the community. Mid to late 30s, you don't need but 4 to 6 hours of sleep a night to be 100%, and many of them run on far less. And when you get up into the older age groups, people don't need quite as much sleep until they start getting in their 50s, 60s. But you get into the 60s, you get into the viewers that are in their 60s. A lot of the people, once they retire, their internal clock gets all screwed up, and they're like, "What difference does it make what time I'm awake? Maybe I'm awake."
Here's the problem, though. When I've lost, I'm down over 25 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
On
Good
this
for you,
weight loss
Rob.
program. Thank you, Mark.
Absolutely.
But when I was at my peak in my 200 at 280, guys, I was not sleeping well. I was getting up every 2 hours, sometimes every hour and a half to go pee. And I'm telling you, now that I've lost this 25 pounds and I'm taking water pills now, and that night that I slept 8 hours, I fell asleep 3 hours on the chair or the sofa, and then like 7.5 hours in bed. Guys, I can't remember the last time I slept 7.5 hours in bed without having to go to the bathroom. It was freaking glorious. And now that I'm starting to lose weight, I'm doing 3, 4, 5 hours without having to get up to go to the bathroom, and it's just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Moon says it must be the hair. Hang on, everybody.
Yeah, let's see that.
Oh,
It's gone. It's
All right,
gone.
now, hold on. Turn to the back. Let's make sure they didn't ruin the mullet. Oh, no, still there. Perfect.
I made somebody very happy today.
Congratulations, Mary. That got
Hi, Wendy.
Congrats, Mary.
hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
People get on me about my eating schedule, which is basically non-existent. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't eat by the prescribed schedule. It keeps your weight down where you need it to be, but you feel a lot better when you're running around at an appropriate weight.
Jay Paul, it's bad enough I got this stupid cane. We're not even gonna go there for that, okay? But I will tell you this, though, we used to get a cabin at the KOA with the guys when we went on the car trip to the races every year, and we had a cabin that was about 20 yards from the the restrooms. We were only 2 cabins away from the restroom. But I mean, when you're sitting there in the cabin and you hear 3, 4 guys each getting up 2, 3 times in the night to leave the cabin and wake each other up to leave the cabin to go to the bathroom, we finally decided 2 years ago. No, we paid the more money for the bigger cabin that's got 2 bedrooms, 2 stories with its own bathroom inside the kitchen, and we can all stay inside the building now.
That was not very innovative of you at all. The correct solution would have been to just set timers 2 hours apart. D. All right, potty break, guys. Get everybody going to the bathroom on schedule.
If that's a good thing, Wendy, then congratulations.
We have 54 people in the house. Thank you all.
Yes, and when I
Wow,
came,
doing well.
And there was only 20 likes. So guys, smash that like button.
Are you building a race, Rob?
I'm going to go build one right now, sir. We got 48 people in. We got 48 likes with 53 here. We got to get a few more likes here, guys.
I'm showing 54 watching and 49 likes.
Oh, well, that's just not going to work.
Bye, Paula.
Zach, I want to say thanks for getting this thing set up with Bill and I and getting it straightened out for the StreamYard. It's worked out phenomenal.
Well, that's what we're actually on right now. I got
I
power.
know.
I got power over here now.
I did show everybody I got a haircut, honey. Everybody's impressed.
Only took like 10 weeks to ask you.
It did not take 10 weeks to ask me. It took 2 weeks.
Uh-uh.
Your dad got one 2 weeks ago.
Honey, it was more than 2 weeks ago.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Bet your quarter.
In all
Rob,
fairness, when a man says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. There's no need to remind him every 6 months.
He'll get to it within a year or so.
Of course, the problem is we can't ask your father because he's not going to remember.
There we go.
Okay, bring it over.
Hi, Tom Riley.
I'm winning this quarter bet. Evening, Tom. I don't ever win quarter bets.
Hi, Ringo.
I'd recommend losing, Rob.
I'm pretty good at losing, Zach. Oh, she's going to go get the calendar.
If it's
To win or
fresh,
lose, she was.
if it's written on the calendar and that ink is shiny, it's fresh. I mean, she just did it.
Yes, Bill. When she comes in, I'll see if it smears. Okay.
A guy was telling me a story. He broke down in a pretty remote town across the street from a mechanic shop. He had the tools he needed, but he didn't have a water pump for his little Nissan truck or whatever. So he walks over to this mechanic shop and he asks him, he's like, "Hey, I don't need you guys to put it on, but I need a water pump for this little Nissan truck." And the guy walked out with a cardboard box and he had like $70 written on it, which was like 4 or 5 times the price what this alternator should have, or what this water pump should have cost. And he says, "I had no choice to pay it, but I knew he was ripping me off because he still had the pencil in his ear."
All right, it was 3.5 weeks ago.
Well,
All
if
right.
the captain,
It wasn't 6 weeks though. Okay.
All right,
look,
but
look what
but
Captain
in
Vic.
in fairness, it wasn't too. I believe you guys should split the $12.50.
I just like don't argue with a woman who makes your coffee meals.
That's exactly
What's
what you
wrong
did.
with you? Is what Dad would say.
No, honey. See, that's why I can't bet with you, honey, because you just remember you didn't remember. We can play back the stream, Dave. All right, let's go get the master racing list. I want to thank everybody that sent me emails or text messages to let me know they've gotten their coins and their GUIs. And most everybody's already finished theirs already.
Gotcha, Mark. I was wondering who that was.
Oh crap! Yeah, it's my other channel.
Does that stand for something, Mark?
Constantly repairing antiquated projects and products.
I
That's
love it.
That's my repair channel.
I love it.
Are you an electrical repair guy?
I tinker. I'm not like, certified or anything, but every once in a while I'll dig my hands into something electrical.
So you can almost put it back together. I don't even get that far.
I can
I'm
put it back
taking a lot-
together. I didn't
I'm
say it
taking a
didn't
lot
work.
of stuff apart, Mark. I'm
Zach
taking
is
a
good
lot
with
of
batteries and
stuff apart,
pyrotechnics.
but I put a lot less back together.
Right, Mark?
Well, I hear you, Bill. What?
You're good with batteries and pyrotechnics.
Oh, yeah, I'm really good with that. Especially the pyrotechnics part.
Moon's getting his on Wednesday. Fantastic, Moon. Mystic, we get together next time. I'll try and have some gooeys with me, sir. Hey, I want to say Lacey's in the chat, guys.
Now, Rob, how do we know that Denise didn't send you with a box of GUIs for him, as is traditional, it seems, with all of her favorite internet friends, and you just made him evaporate before you got to him?
Because I didn't have any powdered sugar crumbs all over my face.
So you stopped at a gas station, cleaned up.
Trust me, Bill. If I can get through a day without having to get out of the truck to do something different, I'm not getting out of the truck, okay? It just hurts too much.
Yeah, that I can understand.
You got running boards on your truck, right, Rob?
I do. I could not. That was the first thing Denise bought for me for my Christmas or birthday. She bought me the running boards for the truck when I first got the truck, so I could get in it. That first day I had it, I couldn't get in it.
Yeah, my big truck is it was a little hard to get into, and I was giving the owner of a tow company a ride, and he says, "Damn, I'm getting old." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, I'm getting in your truck here, and I feel like I need some running boards." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna order some running boards. It's getting hard for me too."
Ellsworth, that just put a smile on my face, sir. That just put a smile on my face.
I needed running boards.
Yeah, she put them on, and it's not the Toyota is not a 3/4 ton, Zach, but those Toyota Tacomas are just they have like a tall wheels, and they're just a little bit higher of a truck. They're not 3/4 ton, but they're just a little bit higher of a truck that they ride. So it really helps a lot. That and the arm grab is not on the top; it's on the front. It's on the front arm, the front pillar. So
Just
Well, my
don't,
truck's old.
just don't pull
My
your
truck,
steering wheel.
go ahead, Rich.
my truck's so old. I remember when it had running boards before they rusted off.
Truck we got here, we don't have running boards. Everybody has to use a step stool to get into it.
That's right, Mary. I thought Talca metal detector was a female, and I wondered why for the last 8 or 10 streams they've never said hi back to me when I used to say, "Hi, Talca, great to see you, ma'am." And I wondered why Talca never said hi to me, and then I come to find out Talca's a guy. But I always thought anything to do with Spanish language that ended in an A was the feminine word.
His real name's Lewis.
Okay.
Well, Dina Little Hill. I have a Tundra. I'm 5'2". Definitely had a learning curve to get into it without running boards. I bet.
Yeah, Dina, I don't know how you do that, Dina.
If she's got a Tundra and she's 5'2", she probably had to get a running start to get it.
Yeah.
Marty, Denise can do a lot, but she's not going to work under a car hood. That's one thing that she.
No, I had this one lady. They had an Astro van. The seats are a little taller in those, and I watched her to get into it. She's a little old lady. She put this little collapsible step stool, or this little tiny step stool down, and she stepped on the step stool to get in the van. And I was in the shop, and I was looking from across the shop. I'm like, Well, how the hell is she going to get the steps stolen? I didn't notice she had a little string tied to it.
Yeah,
after
little. Yep, yep. That's
rip it in.
the first few days I had the truck. Denise has a tiny little step stool here, and then what I would do is I would just hook it with my cane and bring it up to the seat. Alrighty, guys, I'm just double checking the race here, but I think everybody that's here is in the races.
Yeah. Mine's a big truck. It's even harder for me to get into. I'm hoping I can sag it a little bit with all the weight I'm putting in it.
It's like I see those new GMCs where they got this like triple step down step to get up into the bed. You just put a fucking long bumper on there and you can step up on the bumper again.
Yeah, they've got some really cool ideas for tailgates now.
Yeah, but stuff like that always ends up getting screwed up when you got a truck for work. That's why I'd just rather have the step bumper so you can put in.
Mine has the steps in the bumper and the steps on the bed up by the cab. But even the step in the bumpers, you're really stretching to get your foot into that. So final setup will include some kind of a step right in the very end that I can just pull out and step in there.
I got a rail thing that has a handle on it. Helps me get up into my bed.
Yeah, that's a Ford. I don't have. Mine's a Chevy, but yeah, something like that. I got to do something.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off.
All right, Mark.
You
We're
guys
gonna hang
are
out,
bye.
Mark, aren't you? Because we're gonna have a race.
That's okay, Rob. Take care, guys. I'll catch you around.
I'm glad you're here. I was glad to see you here tonight, Mark. I really was.
Go
Thank
back
you.
in just a second.
Good seeing Mark up here tonight.
Yeah. Hi, Gregory Gibson. Hi, Rocky Mountain Brett. I just hope he comes around more often than not. So.
Well, me too, Bill.
Don't make a stranger of yourself, Mark.
Alrighty, guys. I think I got everybody in here. This is definitely a crowd of regulars here tonight. We got everybody in there. Yep. Alrighty, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. Done. Super full screen. No, let's not do super full screen.
Like Finding America.
Oh, nope. Let me get Finding America in there. Let me double check.
You got Rocky Mountain Brad in there too, don't you?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain Brad stays in there.
Okay.
Finding America's in there too.
Thank you.
All right, Bill, let's go. Share screen.
Oh, 5 Mile got another $100 star note.
Nice. Alrighty, Bill, the race is there. You already got it up. Man, that was fast. Alrighty, guys, set.
I didn't touch it.
That's why it didn't mess up, Bill.
Exactly.
Well, hang on. There we go. Shuffle characters. Shuffle characters. Alrighty, guys, it's going to start tonight off with a Rosie Dime. And 3, 2, 1, and go.
These are monsters. Is that what they are?
Aliens.
Aliens. Nice 5 Mile, 4 a month. Jeez. Oh, Frank. Good night, Johnny Swamp Pepper.
Have a good night, Johnny. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, Johnny.
All right, guys, coming up on that 19-second fade. Here we go. Not as big as a fade on this one, guys. Down to 15 seconds. Digging Louisiana's up there. Northern Found. What's in the plug? Okay, who's it going to be, guys? It's going to be anybody. Oh, look at that, Mr. Bill digging some boom at the last minute. Boom.
Congrats.
Bill, are you still here,
Congrats,
sir?
Cal.
All right, let's get the timer going. If you guys see Bill, holler at me.
Bill's here.
Yep. He says, oh, wow.
Boom. Sending Bill a dime. Congratulations.
I'll do a race for a Madison main book or floating display cases, whatever the winner prefers.
Nice. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Rob.
Oh, thank you, Zach.
Nice, Zach. All right, let's do. Hang on one second, guys. All righty, guys, let's redo these. Race again, yes. Shuffle characters. Shuffle characters. Shuffle characters. And one more time. All righty, guys, this is for a book or a display.
Floating display cases, yeah.
If I win, I want the book. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Mary's wanting to know if you said you were going to be in Florida in October, Bill.
He might be here before October.
Maybe. Or
Are
right
you moving down
a
there?
little after. Huh?
You're moving down there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
Bill.
After I've seen what they've done to my hometown, I'm not going back there. So they turned it into a total tourist trap. And plus everybody I knew is gone. Everybody's left or died. So
He's been busy, Carl. More important things to take care of at the moment. Marvin Huff, has he been here tonight? I didn't see him.
Neil actually, or excuse me, Ellsworth. Charlie actually was here Sunday. He actually surprised Denise and I, and him and his dad came down to the house. So he was on the stream for about 20, 30 minutes.
How long did you get to hang out with him?
What time did we knock off the stream? About 5 after 11, Zach, and they probably stayed till about noon.
Oh, nice.
So they stayed a little bit over an hour because they had an 8-hour drive back to. All righty, guys, 16 seconds ago. We got Ellsworth up there. If he wins, maybe Lacey can scream again. Gregory Gibson. Ellsworth's fading. Gregory's fading. Who's coming up there? Is that going to be Nash? No, Mr. Minix. Boom.
Mr. Minix. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Minix, are you here?
Then we got Rob, mainly dirt fishing. Lucky Duck, we know Lucky Duck's here, and we know Mystic's here too. Alrighty, guys, let's get the timer going.
Are you on the master race? Lucky Duck's here.
Yeah,
You're using the master race?
yeah, it's 200 names in there.
Okay. Okay, Lucky Duck is here for sure. Mainly
Okay,
dirt.
timer's going, but yeah, here's Zach. We got 200 people. Oh, look at Charlie, last place, guys. But
It's a
yeah,
whole lot less suspicious than winning the race that he's sitting in front of.
alrighty, Mr. Minix, if you're here, you got 30 seconds, sir.
You know, I saw his name. I was surprised he was going to be here. He's not a regular here.
Who's that?
Minix.
Yeah, he's not, but we just used the master lace for this too, Zach. Because
Oh,
every
so he might not have been here anyway.
I'm glad we've decided that the master race was best.
the master race is the best, Zach. We're gonna get in so much trouble.
I'm going to clip that.
We're gonna get in so much trouble. All right, guys, that's gonna go.
He fell for it.
That's gonna go to Lucky Duck Digger.
Of course you are, Williamie. Lucky Duck, congrats. Email me. Let me know if you want the book or the display cases. Email's right there above your comment, Lucky Duck.
Take care, Matt.
Good night, man.
You're way back there.
Good night, Matt.
Angie wants to know what part of Florida he moved to. Bill, I think he said what, outside of Orlando?
Yeah, it's going to be with somewhere above Orlando. We haven't picked a spot yet.
Is Charlie having a live tonight? No, it shows he is. 5 Mile, I think that's Bill's live on Charlie's master.
Yeah, I got to go over there and erase that.
Jackson, Colleen wants to know which book it is.
Lucky Duck, it is Richie Madison Main's book. I forget the title of it. I've given away a couple of
Fragments of Time.
Maybe. Let me look through my history.
There you go, Dina.
Yes, I believe it is, because that's the one you said there's two different ones, and you're the author of one, right?
William
Yeah.
E., you stay on the list, William E. I know, Moon. That's why we changed it to the master racing list.
Oh, Rob, you just said, you just said the master race was best.
It is. I didn't say what race was the master race, though, did I?
Mary, you hit the right spot in Florida. It's not as any more expensive than it is here. So
Well, we have a lot of things going for us, Bill. Our property taxes are reasonable. We don't have a state income tax. Gas prices are good.
yeah, we don't have state income tax here either, but there's a lot of bad things here too.
And Bill,
Weather.
you can be closer to Disney World.
Yeah, Disney World. We're going Disney World. Disney
Yeah,
World.
Fragments of Time by Richie Madison Maine.
Oh, Angie,
She's already got that one.
Angie said she's 3 miles north of Orlando.
Nice.
Angie, there's that coin show's coming back to Lakeland, I think, in either October or November. So if you guys are then I can pick up Mystic again, and we can meet you guys over at the coin show.
Hey, Rob,
Sir,
what would it cost us to get Mystic to film you walking up to that guy and letting him know that I still got that 8?
I still got. I don't think that.
Just to see the reaction on his face.
You know what that reminded me of, Zach? There's that scene at the beginning of the very first Lethal Weapon when Riggs is undercover and he's trying to buy that pound of cocaine, and they go, that's going to be 15, and he's counting out 12, 13, 14. They go, 1,500, you moron. That's exactly how I felt when I was counting out $8, and the guy goes, that's $8. I felt as stupid as that. Yeah, Tom's not that
Here
far.
now, guys.
Tom's closer there.
Take it off, Richie.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
It's
All right,
quiet.
good night. Thank you, Richie.
Quiet time.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Have a good night, Richie.
Danny D says she'll be in Disney World in 2 weeks for a conference.
Well, Danny, say hi to all my friends at the Magic Kingdom security office.
They're still working there, huh?
No, everybody I know there, I'm sure, is retired. Bill, if I had stayed till 25 years retired, I'd be going on year 27 if I was still there right now, Bill.
You'd be one of those grumpy old security guards in the happiest place on earth. Yeah, shut up. Bathrooms are open.
You know, Zach, I will say this: if you're like a retail clerk or something, or you work in one of the stores, and you come in, and your manager sees that you're in a crappy mood, or you're just having a shit day, or whatever, or you just come up to them and go, "Listen, I'm not in the mood to deal with these people today. I just don't want to." They'll just reassign you to a back studio job doing, inventory or something, and they'll try and work with you so you're not out there infecting the guests with your crappy mood.
Instead of just sending you home like most places would, huh?
I didn't realize that I was watching a documentary on Disney World. Walt Disney never saw Disney World done.
No.
He died during the construction.
No, yeah, he died.
And they talked about
Before it was started.
Yeah, it was definitely started, but his brother Roy finished it, and there's the statue of Walt and Mickey in front of the castle, and the roundabout in front of the castle, but in front of the flagpole in front of the train station where we did the flag folding every night with the veteran. I got lucky that I got my last year at Magic Kingdom. I got picked for that, so I was part of the flag ceremony team. There's a statue of Roy and Minnie, I believe. So, but yeah, Roy was the one that saw Magic Kingdom get completed. Now, originally, the tunnel system underneath Magic Kingdom, everybody says it's a basement tunnel system. It's actually not a basement tunnel system. What they did was they built that entire tunnel system on the ground level of the ground, and they took down the woods of all the cypress swamps he bought and everything out in the middle of nowhere. So they built that whole first concrete level, and then the Seven Seas Lagoon is the largest man-made lake in the country. They took all the mud and the dirt out of that, and they buried that tunnel system and built it up using all the dirt and the mud from that area where they made the lake, and then they built Magic Kingdom on top of that.
Yeah, and the reason they did that was for flooding.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom sits higher up than anything else around there. So, Magic Kingdom's never had any flooding problems. But and then the Contemporary Hotel was a modular built hotel where every room was put in with a forklift and slid into the frame of the hotel. And what the goal of that is like after 20 years, when you had to modernize a room, they would just pick it up with a forklift, take that one section of the Contemporary out, and then take it to the shop, renovate it, make it new and spiffy, and then put it back in. But the problem was in the Florida sand and everything, the hotel settled and everything locked in, and you can't. It may be modular, but everything settled to where you can't lift the rooms out anymore. There's an apartment for there is an apartment for Walt Disney on Main Street. Yes. Hang on, who's seeing my short? Torchy says, see my short with my grandson Magnificent is at 1.2K. Nice, Torchy.
Yeah, very nice.
Mary's getting commercials. I haven't actually got one tonight, Mary, just when I logged on.
Embrace the commercials, Mary. It's what makes it all possible. David Alphonset says he worked on sculpting the thatching on the ceiling of some of the giant logs.
David, you and I were definitely there at the same time because I was opening team for Animal Kingdom, and my first week working at Disney at Animal Kingdom, they threw me the keys to the 4-wheel drive security vehicle and threw me a hard hat and told me to go patrol the island where they were building the Tree of Life. And I spent my third day with the company climbing on top of the scaffolding and watched those. They brought sculptors in from all around the world, and I watched them carve those
Danny,
animals.
you have to ask Rob. He'd know more than I would.
Danny boy, I want to say right now, not as much as you think. Probably a manager in a retail store in Disney. When I left, they were in their 30s, so I'm imagining 15, 18 years later, they're probably mid upper 40s now. So not as much as you think. You have to get to a regional manager at Disney before you're making 60, 70, 80 grand a year.
I was surprised what they pay
Grand a year.
people to start at Hobby Lobby. $19.25 an hour.
For their regular hourly employees,
Yeah.
that's a hell of a starting pay.
Well, the reason is I looked it up. Hobby Lobby sells crafts, right? Craft, right? They made $7.9 billion last year. You don't make that kind of money. They get a lot of their money from their import. Now, the religious outfit, and somebody goes, oh, they're nonprofits. No, they're for profit, but they got licensed through their church thing. But they import stuff from around the world, and some of it's kind of shady. So apparently they pay their workers really well so they can kind of overlook the shady dealings.
Well, also, as an employee there, you're always going to have Sundays off.
Oh, yeah. But they talked to one girl. She'd been there 20-something years. She goes, oh, I make a lot more than that, but I'm not going to tell you how much more. She goes, but substantially more. So, in other words, they don't give you 25 cents a year, raise. They give you good raises every year.
Yeah, that's called employee appreciation. It's not very popular anymore.
Yeah. We appreciate it if you keep your mouth shut on what we're doing here. So here you go.
Yeah, I don't care as long as the check's cash.
Exactly.
Rob's getting his thinking
I'm
cap.
just reading. I'm just doing some reading about Hobby Lobby. I will tell you guys, when I did my Monday Digs video last night for that, and I started doing some research, when I started looking up that fake Bass Pro Shop free metal detector deal, apparently it got reported enough that they'd already taken it down. But there was one up there from a ammo company in South Carolina. They had mimicked their homepage of their website, and they had a thing up there. Every single piece of ammo, what it was, 22s, shotgun shells, 45s, 49 millimeter. They must have had every box of ammo that company sold, and they had every one at 90% off. And I'm sitting there thinking, you may get a company that bought too many boxes of 22 shells or too many boxes of 9 millimeter, but some ammo company is not going to put every single various box of ammo they have on sale at 90. And I just don't know how Facebook Marketplace isn't getting, why they're letting that go on there.
It's not that they're letting it go on. It's that they're only getting 1 million of those a day they've got to pull. They can only pull so many. They rely.
Yeah, but isn't that what AI is supposed to be helping with, and artificial intelligence and
I mean, artificial intelligence doesn't know the price. They can't. Realistically, they couldn't. AI couldn't look up the price online and say, "Oh no, you're too cheap. We're not going to allow your ad." You know, you're not supposed to sell ammo on Facebook anyway. I don't think you're allowed
They
to
had
advertise it.
tons
No.
of ammo.
No weapons or ammo. No, not even archery equipment anymore on Facebook. They don't allow it. So somebody's hacking them real good.
I think McClory's in Michigan.
I will tell you this, Bill. There are a lot of metal detector stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and none of it is cheap.
Nope.
Oh, here's a new one. Here's a new one. Legos at 80% off. Lego store having a cost. Somebody mimicked Costco. Now they've got all their Legos at 99% off.
Yeah, right.
All right, how do I report this? Yeah, you can't even go. They don't even have a report button because this isn't a legit page. Wow. Lego clearance sale was $1,349, now $15. This is guys, this is so bad. Oh, Angie, Animal Kingdom is just absolutely beautiful. MGM, I wouldn't even recognize, even though I worked at MGM, that was 18, 20 years ago. I wouldn't even recognize MGM Studios or Hollywood Studios now. And Epcot's beautiful too, but I actually never worked at Epcot, so. Nice, Paula.
What do you want, buddy? You need to be fed? Okay, give me a minute.
Wonder how I can go on Facebook and report that.
Don't know, Rob. If there's no place for you to do it, then it's not even a Facebook page.
Well, it says sponsored content on it, but when you go to their page, it's that made up page. It's the same. It's the exact same format as the ammo one yesterday. So it looks like these are only up there for a day or two, Bill. They scam who they can, and then they just move on to the next one.
That sounds about right.
God, I hate scammers.
Just a minute, buddy. Just a minute. No, give me a minute. Here. Oh,
Oh, here's another one for cruises at 99% off.
no regulation on false advertisement. Facebook doesn't care as long as they make money. It's all good. I can believe that.
It's just sad. Yeah, I just don't like scammers.
Go on a mission, Rob.
I'm telling you, it's amazing how much stuff is for sale on Facebook Marketplace.
people list everything. It's amazing how much stuff is for sale on Facebook Marketplace that's been sold months ago, and they never bothered to turn off the ad.
Well, I make sure mine comes down as soon as I sell it because I don't want to get the extra calls.
Exactly.
Wow, $3,000 to rent a one-bedroom mobile home. Are these people insane? They're calling an RV a studio. Small studio for rent, $850. That's hilarious.
Hello, Nick.
Howdy, Nick. Yeah,
Hi,
you got to get me off there, guys. I'll go crazy.
Yeah, get off Facebook, Rob.
Yeah,
Bill.
you
Do
ruined,
something else.
you ruined the whole topic of conversation.
Mhm.
All right, I'm back. I'm back, guys.
Well,
Are
you're
you
not.
rude?
We can tell by the reflection in your glasses. The window is still open. You're just not.
Nope,
Really
nope, it's closed. It's closed. I closed it. But yeah, Zach, I got my rating up to 639. It's the highest I've ever been.
Nice.
If I paid attention and cared, I could probably get mine up to probably 520, 530. I played 2 or 3 games yesterday or the day before, and I was doing pretty good on my rating, and then I got eaten up once or twice. I think I
Well, I
stopped.
think we were doing good till Rob got stuck on Facebook.
Yeah, I do. I get going down these rabbit hole, guys, and Denise comes out at 3:15 in the morning. Would you please go to bed?
Can you see a clock from where you sit?
Can I see a clock? Yes, sir. It is 10:34 here. Well, and there's also one on the computer screen.
We need to get her to set your time zone a couple hours ahead. She can put you on UK time. Like, Rob, it is 8 a.m. Really? The sun's not out yet. I need to get to bed, though.
All right, guys, let's do another race, and this one we're going to do for a Mr. Charlie. Evening, Tom Kite Josh.
Josh.
Let's do this one for Mr. Charlie. Donated Barber Dime, guys.
Nice.
All right, guys. Race again. Shuffle characters. Characters twice. Shuffle characters 3 times. And 3, 2, 1. Good evening, John Chum.
Well, Rob, I'm taking the day off tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
What?
Good for you, sir. You doing anything? You doing anything crazy or special?
No, special, no. Go down to the mall, probably start doing a little clothes shopping, wander the mall. Everybody wakes up late, so maybe I'll go wander out to the desert, run off a few rounds.
There you go.
It's a little enjoyable.
How far are you actually from going out there where you guys go plowing around the desert? How far are you from there?
Well, I can be in solid desert within a mile or 2.
Oh, wow.
My town has like 9 stoplights. We're 5 miles wide.
Ah, okay.
What?
I can't argue, Zach. 1 mile from here, I could be at the Gulf of Mexico, so I can't argue that. So,
Yeah, my shooting spot is about 5 miles.
but I got to see two different YouTubers this week. I got to meet Greg last Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, and then Friday or Saturday, and then the following. Hey, there's Monardo Rob, and then the following Friday, I got to get with Mystic. So it was a good week for meeting up with some YouTubers.
Wow, so I guess Charlie just doesn't even matter to you?
Well, he's not a. Okay, 3. Actually, yes, I forgot Charlie.
You can't say he's not a YouTuber. He logs quite a few hours a week on said
Yes,
too.
but I wouldn't say he's just a a subscriber that I've met. Boom, Cape Cod.
Yeah, I know, Angie. You go pretty
All right, guys. Johnny Small Pepper was here earlier. Dennis, we haven't seen tonight, but you never know. He could be lurking.
Torchy's here, or was.
Okay, let's get that. Yeah, Torchy's here. Or
Torchy
was, like you said, Bill.
We're looking for Cape Cod Magnet Crew, Johnny Small Pepper, KCMD, Torchy, DK Wonder Detect, J. Paul.
Thank
Or
you, Josh.
Boom, Josh. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice, Josh.
Look at J. Paul down there in what, 6th? Yeah, J. Paul 6th.
I'm looking for someone to chime in. Mike the Greek, hello.
Evening, Mike the Greek. Yo. J. Paul says, I'm here.
J. Paul's here for sure.
Yeah.
Evening, John Chum. All right, Miss Torchy, are you still here? I hope you don't get McChloried.
Yeah, really.
She's been here all night. Wait, she's right there.
Torchy.
10:30.
Torchy
Yeah.
says here.
Torchy's
Boom,
here.
there we go. Okay, there's 10 seconds left.
Now we're looking for Cape Cod, Johnny Small, or KCMD.
And not anymore.
Nope.
Boom, Miss Torchy.
Yep.
We got some silver going to Canada.
All right, just for curiosity, I looked up what Mike the Greek was in Spanish. It's Mike El Grigo.
That just plays right into the when you try and speak Spanish, you just put an O on the end of every word. We got you, Miss Torchy.
That's just Torchy. Congratulations.
Hi, Miss Beth. Scott likes it when people don't get McChloried.
Hey, look at the bright side, Scott. At least when you make races, they don't make clips of them. They actually clipped Rob getting McClory and posted it on YouTube as a short.
It's nice. It's nice to be loved, isn't it?
We were over at GP's harassing him yesterday because it was his and his wife's 38th anniversary, somewhere around there.
Oh, you're welcome, Torchy.
And we were trying to peer pressure him into posting a wedding pic on their community post.
Good night, Mary.
Night, Mary.
Have a good night, Mary.
Finding America, hello. So your hunt went pretty good, Bill, huh?
My hunt. I found some 22 casings. That was it. But it was a fun day. I got out anyway. So.
Was it just in your backyard, or you went to that field down the street?
Well, I went to do the roadway into it because it's about 4 football lengths long, but I couldn't do it all. The HOA landscaping crew is down there doing cleanup after storms, which was pretty quick for them, actually. They usually don't get there that soon. But so I got to do about a third of them. I'm going to try to go back tomorrow. They said they'd be done and out of there by then. So.
Tomcat Josh just looked up how to say tomcat in Spanish.
And what did it say?
Gato Macho Jose?
Gato. Yep. Gato is cat in Spanish. Yep. Take care, Miss Paula. Have a great night.
It's Gato Macho Josue.
Ooh, you did that well. I can't do good with the linguistics part.
I can only make that out because I'm Southern California. I just read that and I thought about names that I've heard.
Good night, Paul.
Just hanging out while working on Thursday's video. There you go.
Night, Paula.
Yeah, Bill, this has worked out really good with Zach setting us up through Charlie's stream. Worked out really good. Everything. I just can't believe I was coming in through the wrong email.
I'm glad I could give you Charlie's login information.
We didn't need Charlie's login information.
No, I mean I never really did understand. The StreamYard charges so much, and I don't understand why more people don't use it like this, where multiple users get to enjoy the one StreamYard. Hello, Texas Donna.
Even Donna, you know what, Zach? I didn't know all this time that Charlie had a paid StreamYard. I just thought that we had set this all up under Charlie.
He's got the business. It's $49 a month he pays for that.
That's Bill. That's the lowest one, I believe.
No, they got a $20 one.
Oh,
the
okay.
difference is the $20 one, like, okay, the free version, you can put 6 people up. That's it. And you get 20 hours a month. You can put 10 people up on the $20 version, but you don't get any extra time.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
You get 2 admins.
Yeah. And that's it. And then you want more time, it goes to the pro version at $49 a month. I'm like, holy crap.
Okay, they offer a variety of plans, core, advanced, and teams.
Guys, we need to thank you, Colleen.
Yeah, Tom, we can't do that. And unfortunately, when we make that mistake, we can go end it on the StreamYard side, but Charlie has to log into his YouTube side and close it.
Yeah.
And we can't log into Charlie's YouTube side easily.
Even Darren's Hobbies. Thanks for popping in with Bill and I last night during the coin roll hunting. There you go, Angie. One step at a time.
Angie, if you're using the free version of StreamYard, you don't get to add an extra admin. If you're using a paid version of StreamYard, there would be a member section, and you could add members 2 or 4, depends on what version you have. But it's like I use the free version just because I don't stream that much.
I'll send Charlie a text tomorrow, Tom. I'm just so glad that I remembered that I put those nickels in the little baggie with all the other finds, so that I found them.
What'd you find?
I couldn't find the V nickel last night. We were doing the second half of the box of nickels. I couldn't find the V nickel or the Black Beauty, Black Beauty, whatever it is. And then I finally remembered I put them in a separate little baggie. And I put those with my silvers. Don't ask me why I put those with my silvers for giveaways, but I did. But we found them.
I think I started lurking in the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your show. I got done doing whatever I was doing. I turned on your show and I went and did something. I sat here for a minute or two. I went and did something, came back, and you guys were gone.
I played chess. Me and Bill got off at, I think, like 12:20, 12:30. Yeah. And I wound up playing chess till like 2. And then I fell asleep on the chair. Denise said at 4 o'clock she came out and turned the TV off and put the creamer away for the milk. And yeah, I have the free version too, Angie and Neil. I do too.
Yeah.
It was a classic Menard, duh. My buddy's daughter used to say that. Florida, duh. Duh. Duh.
Yeah, that's from Homer Simpson.
Dope.
Yeah, dope.
We actually did not have any Homer Simpsons. We had an office question tonight, which we got wrong. Where's the office? What state is the office show based out of? And we thought it was Connecticut, but it's Pennsylvania. And then normally they do a Family Guy or a Simpsons, but we didn't have a Family Guy or Simpsons question tonight. Yeah, that's a great song. That's a great song, Josh. If you guys ever watch the Top Gun 2 clip of him doing the training run set to the Black Betty song, it's great. I just got notice of a YouTube premiere starting now at 10:46 p.m. Not sure who's putting their premieres on at 10:46.
You got to remember, if they're California, it's only 7:46 out
Oh,
here.
that's right. See, I always forget that. Everybody's doing the Black Betty line quotes.
Absolutely.
That's a great. The group with the song is actually a great video in itself. But
You know,
the whole scene with the Top Gun 2 with Maverick doing that training run with set to Black Betty is a great video. Oh,
the thing I'm finding funny about most of your 70s heavier rock bands or whatever you want to call it, when you go to watch the videos, you're like yeah, and then they pull up the video and it's like the dude that sings the Black Betty song. They pull up the video and he's some scrawny looking homeless dude. They don't match the voice.
No, I don't want one with the. I don't want one with the word. No, let's do it without the instant karma.
What are you doing, Rob?
I'm looking up a video I want to show you guys, a short that I want to show you guys. It's hilarious, but I keep finding ones with comments. I don't want the ones with comments. I want the original one where there's no talking.
Well, there's tons of them, Darian. Wheels in the Sky with, I forget what band that is. Wheels in the Sky. I forget. Anyway, a lot of the 70s bands didn't. The singers and the image that you would see from them. Yeah, Journey. The image that you would conjure of them singing doesn't really match their appearance. I understand it was a time of partying and all that, but all them dudes are like 160 pounds. The big gruffy guy that you would think sings is back there playing a fucking tambourine. We got. Yeah, Josh.
All right. Well, this is the only version of this I can find. All right. Let me pull this up, Bill. This is freaking hilarious. You got this guy that's the clerk at this store. He films all these. He's got a camera above his shoulder, and his whole YouTube channel is him dealing with people in the hood at this convenience store that he works at. It's freaking hilarious. I laughed out loud at the doctor's office today. All right, watch this.
This is a $5 guy?
No, $10.
Decided to ask a cashier for a $10 bill using crumpled $1 bills.
Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how you keep your money?
Yep, that's how I keep my money.
All crumpled up and stuff.
All crumpled up.
I need to iron this.
Can we do this first?
And then listen to what the guy says.
You iron that later on, man.
Iron that later on. I want my money.
Yeah, I hear you.
The cashier decided to match his energy, serving him a taste of his own medicine with great customer service.
7, 8, 9, 10. You need a $10 bill, you said? Yep. You're right.
This man got the best instant karma when he decided to ask a cashier for a $10.
I just love this. Nothing, hon.
Hi, Ed.
Yes, I was laughing. Sorry, hon.
Oh, are you already waking her up?
Yeah, she just came running out of the bedroom. She thought I was in trouble. She thought I fell out of the chair. Evening, IO Silver. I'm
Have you,
selling
look,
it.
have you looked under your desk to see if she put a camera under yours yet?
I do need to check that.
If Mike the Greek here was here, he would make some under the desk camera comments. But
Evening, Jim. Mystic says meth heads and cocaine bears. I imagine that guy's got a very interesting job at that convenience store.
I mean, I know there's money to be made in it, but I wouldn't see those as ever being worth it.
Well, he's got 9.9 million views on that short.
Good night,
Oh,
bud.
I've seen a couple of the liquor store guys that have just stupid views and numbers.
All right, Bill, it's 10:52. Let's one more. Yeah. Torchy, it's
Okay.
not good when I wake her up. All righty, guys, let's do one more last one for another silver dime.
Thank you, Rob.
You betcha.
Thank you.
We're just giving away silver left and right here, Bill. Let's do a Merc. I've got one Merc here. Let's do the Merc. Merc.
Fast Stucky, please, says Ed.
All righty, guys, we got a Mercury dime tonight. Third silver race we're doing tonight. Thank you, Mr. Zaxton, for your race tonight.
Yes, thank you very much, gentlemen.
Share screen, share screen.
Another chance to lose. Yay, says Jim Steele.
Jim, I just sent you 2 dimes, sir. So you had to.
You ain't losing that bad.
That's right.
How many of you guys see all the new coffee makers that have the different types of beans on top of them inside of the stores?
No, I haven't seen those yet. I don't get coffee at convenience stores, though, Zach.
Well, they got this new coffee machine where it has little buckets of beans on top of the coffee maker, 3 different kinds of beans, and it just you buy a coffee and it grabs a couple beans, grinds them up, and makes you coffee real quick.
Wow.
Do you get to choose what kind of beans you want? Like,
well,
vanilla
there's 3 different flavors on each machine.
Okay. Alrighty, guys, this is for a silver dime. 3, 2, 1, and let's go.
Angie trying to tell Jim that she's there
Nice
with.
cut, Christensen.
Angie's gotten so many wins of Rick's. Tomcat Josh says he's on a roll. 1.75 grams of gold in a 7-day period. Nice.
Wow, nice. Scott Christensen, you're just in time for the race, though.
$1.7 grams of gold. That's about $200.
That's a nice chunk of gold right there. 1.7 is almost 2 grams.
Yeah. I think 2 grams is worth 220-ish right now. They're all right, Josh, as long as the machines are clean. If they don't clean their machines, you can tell.
You were exactly right, Zach. $214.
I stop at a lot of liquor stores, unfortunately, and I buy a lot of coffee.
Hi ho, Hi ho, it's to the tape we go. I love it. Alrighty, look at that. Rick Hayes up there. Bad Idea Lab was out. I saw Bad Idea Lab. Bart Cummins is up there. Rick's fading. Show Me Mo Diggs. Miss Fairy Dust is up there. MD4. All right, who's that going to be there? 5 Mile. 5 Mile was just your Martin Bishop. Boom.
That's a very anticlimactic thing.
That is a weird looking alien.
We're looking for Martin Bishop, Y gold medal detecting Tanya Elliott, Show Me Mo, 5 Mile Relic. Crap, I think he just went to bed. Or Menardo Rob. Or Darian.
Bernardo could win a Merc.
Yeah, Menardo's
Darren's
squad.
Hobbies is here.
What?
Darren's Hobbies is here. And
Darren's
5
Hobbies
Mile.
here.
5 Mile just left.
I think 5 Mile just left. You might still be listening. So,
Yeah,
Hey,
5
5
Mile.
Mile is still here.
Let us know, 5 Mile.
Darren's Hobbies, 5 Mile Relic, Show Me Mo, Tanya Elliott, Y Gold. Scroll up, Rob. We know you're here. Or Martin Bishop. You got timer going?
Yes, sir.
Hi, mainly dirt fishing. 5
5
Miles here.
I was going to say 5 Mile shows he's in the chat. So,
Yeah.
There you go. He's here. He just commented. Congrats.
well, we got 30 seconds left.
That's half of a soapy hand.
It is half a soapy hand.
Looking for Martin Bishop, Y Gold medal detecting Tanya Elliott, or Show Me Mo.
We're just getting ready to shut down, Rob. Sorry. Mainly dirt fishing says you got your package, Rob.
Fantastic, Rob. Enjoy. Five Mile. So you're saying there is a chance. Alrighty, guys. Boom. That's going to 5 Mile Relic Hunter.
Yep.
Congrats, 5 Mile.
Congrats, 5 Mile.
Ugh.
Boom. What a great way to end it.
Yep.
Alrighty. There we go, guys. Glad you got him, Rob. Appreciate you letting me know.
Thank you, Zaxxon. Thank you, Rob.
Dirt Fishing says they got 44 Matchbox vehicles in one hole yesterday.
Oh my gosh. The kid buried his whole
Damn.
collection?
Sounds like it. Yeah, Angie was supposed to have We Dig It on their show tonight as guests, and they didn't make it.
Ooh.
But anyways, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Everybody
Well,
have a good night. See you,
Saturday
everybody.
at Charlie's, Sunday at Rob's, Tuesday back at my place. Good
There
evening,
we go.
everybody.